More than 3.8 million Ukrainians have fled this country since the Russian invasion began more than 1 month ago. Millions more have been displaced from their homes but remain here in the country. Our next guest has volunteered for the nonprofit Hope for Ukraine over the last 4 years. The organization has pivoted from its original mission of serving underprivileged communities to now providing basic necessities for refugees, such as shelter, food, clothing. Joining me now is Solomia Petrenko. She is a volunteer with the organization. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You stayed behind. You chose to stay in the country even as millions fled to help. Who are you helping and what do they need?
From the very beginning of the war, we have already accepted more than 400 refugees, and we house more than 120 refugees on regular basis. And we have different people, like many of them fled with nothing, just with the small bag with documents, money, and some shirts, everything what they have. And also we house a lot of children. And many of them are very stressed, so we try to not only house them, not only provide them with clothing, meals 3 times per day, but also some kind of lessons, quizzes, games, and so on, just to distract them from that constant stress which they experience.
You said many of the kids are stressed. I was going to ask you, how are these people emotionally?
It is very difficult. This is the biggest problem with their psychological state, because many of them are very intimidated. Many of them are shocked. Many of them don't know what to do, because when they fled, they thought it will be just for some days, maybe for some weeks, and they will come back. But now they understand that they have nothing, and they don't know how to actually continue their living here. So many of them experience some problems with sleep and so on.
They have nothing.
Yeah.
What do they need most?
Like everything. Our organization now provides them with everything, like with all essentials. But our long-term target is to also support them with kind of houses, because, you know, one person cannot spend a long time just with one bed.
You can understand why they're afraid, and I say this to you because you live, it was just behind that hill there where the Russian missile strike was and the fuel storage depot. You live not far away from that depot. What did it feel like when the missiles hit?
It was awful, to be honest, because I heard those heavy explosions and everything was shaking. It was like the first experience when I was in panic. I didn't know what to do because like furniture, windows, doors, everything was shaking. And in such moments, you feel so hopeless. You don't know what is going on.
I just want to ask you one more time. I know you were listening to the conversation that Brianna was having about the statements that President Biden made that Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power.
Yeah.
What do you think of that statement?
I think that he is right. This is the correct, actually, statement, because here everyone not only wish just to change this regime, but also just him to die. Because, you know, when we experience, when you see those refugees, when you see how people are suffering every day, and when you understand how much you have to help them, I think this is the only one correct decision in such a situation.
Solomia, I know how hard the work you do is. I know how hard you're working and you're putting your heart and soul into it. I thank you for what you're doing, and I thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Thank you.